temperatures reaching as high as 36.7 degrees Celsius, the hottest July day on record. But just as we are beginning to enjoy the sunny weather, it seems Mother Nature threw a bit of a tantrum. Thunderclouds replaced blue skies in parts of Scotland and the north of England. This slow-motion video was taken in the Lancashire village of Bamber Bridge, and things soon got even worse when the skies opened and these massive hailstones fell to the ground.
We walked up and I looked down and I said, I think that's the Portuguese man-o-war.
Ocean City isn't the only place man-o-wars have also washed up in Stone Harbor, Avalon, and Long Beach Island.
I'm amazed because I thought they were just in Florida.
Across Canada, almost 4,000 fires have been reported so far this year, most in BC, Alberta, and Saskatchewan, burning through more than 1 million hectares of land. That's more than double last year's numbers. Huge clouds of smoke blowing down through Saskatchewan and reaching as far south as Tennessee.
Oh my gosh. Right through. Holy cow. Oh my god. Oh shit.
We have a tornado on the ground. We have a tornado in Kansas City. First time I've seen this since May 4th, 2003.
The middle of the country hit hard by damaging storms. Terrifying moments just outside Kansas City.
Just check that out! It just took the whole building in front of us, yo!
In eastern Missouri, nearly 4 inches of rain falling in just 2 hours. Light show in central California. Hundreds of lightning strikes around Fresno.
People in some parts of Germany are scratching their heads, wondering what's going on with the weather. After days of very high temperatures, which have hit records, there was hailstorms, flash floods, and tornadoes.
Powerful storms hitting right now. Ominous skies in the northeast over Atlantic City right there. 25 million Americans bracing for more drenching rain. 18 states from California all the way east.
Severe storms dropping major hail from Lake Tahoe to New Mexico. Flash flooding, drowning towns from Missouri to Pennsylvania. Abilene, Texas, transforming into a water world. Folks fishing in the street.
Abilene had more than 7 inches of rain just today, the most they've ever recorded in one day in history.
A disturbing day at the beach in San Francisco. 3 large marine mammals washed up dead at Ocean Beach.
A dead sea lion pup, a huge elephant seal, and a bit further down the beach, a dead dolphin.
Just so many a variety of exotic animals dead like that, I think was just very peculiar. Globs of oil have washed up on Manhattan Beach in Southern California near Los Angeles. Crews have also identified another collection of globs a few miles off the coast.
Residents whose homes lie in the shadow of Mexico's fire volcano can only watch and wait as smoke and lava pour out. More people have been evacuated from the area as fears grow the eruption could become the biggest in a century.
China's southeastern coastlines have taken a beating these past few days with tropical storm Linfa, but that's nothing compared to what's about to make landfall. Super Typhoon Chanhom. Chinese authorities have evacuated more than 800,000 people from the coastal areas of Zhejiang province, south of Shanghai. On Friday, Typhoon Chanhom ripped through Japan, damaging buildings and injuring dozens. Eastern China is on its highest level alert.
The mysterious explosion happened at Salty Brine Beach. Beachgoer Stacy Beal was there and snapped these photos.
We heard a loud explosion. We looked up and sand was flying up into the air like a volcanic eruption, and we saw a woman who was sitting in her chair get pushed about 5 feet up and land face first into the sand.
The string of unprecedented coyote attacks on humans started on May 22nd when a 3-year-old girl was bitten in the back of the neck. 1 month later, a 2-year-old boy was bitten on the knee. Last Sunday, a 2-year-old boy was bitten in his own garage. That same day, a 7-year-old girl was scratched when a coyote entered the family's home.
900 storm reports in just the last 48 hours.
Overnight, lightning striking and transformers blowing from Georgia to Tennessee and western New York.
Everything's underwater.
This was a street, now a channel of swift water.
Overnight, a tornado taking aim at Pennsylvania.
I don't get it why the swings are still standing and the school is just demolished.
In the Midwest, winds picking up a barn and tossing it across this parking lot in Arkansas. And in Indiana,
I've lost everything.
Residents trying to salvage what they can. Neighborhoods submerged.
Explosive thunderstorms produce baseball-sized hail, shattering car windows.
Never, ever seen anything like this.
I've never seen anything like it. I'm 50 years old.
Look how big that is. I've never seen hail that big.
Our cars are ruined. The house is shaking.
A violent line of storms pummeling its way through the Midwest has washed away homes and shattered communities here in Kentucky.
Oh my God!
The flooding has turned deadly. At least 6 people have been reported missing. The powerful system has sparked tornadoes and sent cars and trucks barreling into houses. At least 150 homes have been destroyed.
A white Christmas in July with kangaroos instead of reindeers. Sydney's had an unusually long run of cold mornings, 11 days in a row under 8 degrees.
And that hasn't been experienced in 37 years.
It's freezing. This is not like Queensland. It's supposed to be the sunshine state. It's more like the alpine state. It is so rare. So many people said to me, this is the first time they've even seen snow.
After back-to-back typhoons, China's now in the grips of an unrelenting heat wave.
Temperatures in China are already searing hot, but they're about to get even hotter. Authorities have issued a 1-month-long heat alert.
Typhoon Nangka made landfall in the late hours of July 16th, bringing with it up to 3 feet of rainfall and 115-mile-per-hour winds, killing 2 people, injuring dozens more, and forcing 500,000 others to evacuate.
Bridges further up the river there have been swept away, and all the tree trunks are coming down, causing devastation here. There's cars on top of their cars, people having to get rescued out of their houses. All the older people are saying that they've never seen anything like this in their life.
It's unbelievable. Never seen anything like this.
A wildfire burning in San Bernardino County, east of Los Angeles, jumping the freeway. Cars right there catching fire, multiple ambulances sent to the scene.
Torrential rains and flash floods swamping the drought-ridden Southwest.
The street is flooding.
In Arizona, battering storms. Up to 4 inches of rain near Phoenix. Storms bending power lines.
In Wickenburg, Arizona, that is a pool right there in the backyard, surrounded by the rushing waters.
Los Angeles and San Diego breaking their all-time July rainfall records. In California, nearly 7 inches of rain in just a few hours, washing away that bridge, the main conduit between Los Angeles and Phoenix.
The city of Corona saw water and mud rolling down its hills, following a massive vegetation fire that burned the area just days ago. July is typically the driest month of the year in Southern California, yet flash flooding washed out roads in Riverside County.
What you're looking at is a parking lot in Orange County, California. This parking lot has now become a river.
It's been the most intense I've seen in 30 years. El Nino in 93 and 97 were pretty intense, but this has been the worst by far.
We've all been really wanting the rain, and then it came like this.
Floods and landslides are causing widespread destruction in southern Brazil. Dozens of people have been killed since heavy rain started on Friday. More than 20,000 people have been forced from their homes. And some towns are now 80% underwater.
A hailstorm pounded the town of Rekordowe yesterday in western Saskatchewan. It damaged homes and stripped trees of their leaves.
Witnesses say it all happened within 3 to 4 minutes.
Sinkhole in Citrus County so big it actually swallowed a large truck.
Workers could feel the ground moving beneath them, had just gotten out of this truck when it went down into this hole.
Orange is the U.S. Seismic Center's second highest alert level. It was issued on Thursday, July 23rd for Grenada's underwater Kikemjeni volcano, following seismic activity that started on July 11th.
There's tens of thousands of them, and they're either dead or dying. They're called sea hares, and Martin County lifeguards have never seen this many wash up on shore all at once.
Pakistan, where heavy floods triggered by monsoon rains in the northern part of the country
have killed at least 51 people over the past 12 days.
The deluge has destroyed homes, bridges, roads, and affected nearly 300,000 people.
The flooding has already destroyed more than 200,000 acres of standing crop.
The brand new Boeing 787 Dreamliner took off Monday from Beijing, headed for Dallas-Fort Worth. 44 minutes into the flight, the plane hit severe weather, including hail, forcing the jet back to Beijing. In June, a Delta 747 was forced to land after hail pummeled the nose and wings so badly Delta grounded the plane permanently.
Dangerous heat in Japan. 14 people have died and over 3,000 hospitalized. Temperatures are soaring well into the 90s, 15 to 20 degrees above normal.
More than 250,000 sockeye salmon returning from the ocean to spawn are either dead or dying in the Columbia River. It's this mass die-off that's also affecting other species. In fact, just the last few weeks, more than 50 sturgeon have died. Fish biologists are calling this die-off unprecedented.
More than a dozen earthquakes have rattled Alaska's Aleutian Island.
There have been 18 just since 5:30 yesterday. One just before 10 o'clock our time last night was a 6.9.
Well, we are experiencing a little earthquake. South central Alaska felt a very strong shake this evening that lasted quite a long time. The 6.3 magnitude earthquake was centered southwest of Redoubt Volcano.
23 fires across 5 states, one of the largest outside Sacramento.
Firefighters are struggling to keep pace with the fast-moving Rocky wildfire north of Sacramento. After igniting Wednesday afternoon, it's exploded in size, already burning through more than 3,000 acres. Around 500 people were ordered to evacuate as wildfires across the state of California intensify. Another wildfire in Butte County. It's only 10% contained and has burned through cars and incinerated these mobile homes.
Major fires continue to burn in 5 western states. As drought conditions worsen, so does the damage. By this time last year, 1.6 million acres had burned in the U.S. This year, it's more than tripled to nearly 5.6 million acres.
Queensland's been shaken by another 2 earthquakes today. The latest hit about 2:45 p.m. Eastern, offshore in the Coral Sea, and was magnitude 5.1. Earlier in the afternoon, a 5.7 magnitude jolt struck in the same area.
Heavy rain has been battering Myanmar. The government's declared the 4 worst areas in the west as disaster zones. People have been left stranded in remote villages, their livelihoods ruined. It's thought 150,000 homes and fields have been destroyed. The monsoon rains triggered a landslide in Chin State, destroying apartment building. Rakhine is one of the areas that has been declared a disaster zone. It already has 140,000 people living in camps near the region's capital.